With this video, I just want to go over quickly zooming and panning. There are zoom and pan commands, but I truly never ever use them. What I typically do is I roll the wheel, or I hold down the wheel, or I double click the wheel on your mouse, and that's how I do all of my zooming and panning. To zoom in and zoom out, you just roll the wheel. If you're trying to zoom in and you roll the wheel and you zoom out, well, roll the wheel in the other direction and everything will be fine. Okay. The other thing that you can do with the wheel on the mouse is hold the wheel down, and your crosshairs kind of turns into a little hand, and you kind of grab a hold of the drawing, and you can just pan your drawing around as much as you want. Then the other thing you can do is let whatever you've drawn fill the screen by double clicking the wheel. Okay, that's called zooming to the extents of your drawing, and they'll either be made to be tight along the left and right sides, or the top and bottom, kind of depending upon the aspect ratio of your drawn objects versus the shape of the screen. So rolling the wheel, holding the wheel down, and double clicking the wheel, honestly, that's all you need to know about zooming. There's no reason to spend time. You can actually see that double clicking the wheel is actually a shortcut for, let me make this a little bit bigger, for the zoom command. And this is all the options for the zoom command, and one of them is extents. So double clicking the wheel does a zoom extents, and that's what makes the extents of your drawing fill the screen. Lastly is when you roll the wheel, it zooms in a certain percentage. When you roll the wheel the other direction, it kind of zooms out or zooms in a certain percentage, and that percentage is based on a system variable that can be typed in called zoom factor, and you don't even have to type the whole thing in. There's zoom factor. When you pick zoom factor out of the shortcut list, or type the whole word in and hit enter, it'll ask you for the new value for the zoom factor. By default, it's set to 60, and that's a pretty radical amount to zoom in and zoom out with each little click of the wheel. I typically bring that down to 15 to 25, somewhere in there. I'll set it at 20, and now as I click, it doesn't create quite such a drastic change in the screen size or the object size on the screen. You can leave zoom factor at 60 if you want to, but I typically adjust it to some sort of a lower number. And that's that for zooming and panning.